Hey everyone, this is Holly from Hot Humble Pie. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and a big warm hello to my subscribers. I love you guys. Well, today we are going to be doing some more super cute and super easy and fast Halloween DIYs that look really impressive. And as always, I hope you enjoy the show. Oh my gosh, this one is so fun. I cannot wait to share this one. So you're going to need some of the cutting mats from the Dollar Tree. They come in a package of 2, and one of the 8x10 canvases. And this, I'll show you at the end. Keep watching until the end here, but this is going to be a great idea for all kinds of things. But anyway, so I'm taking them out of their packages, and here's your free printable today. And if you can't download it, or you just have problems when you get to that page, go ahead and take a screenshot right off your screen. So I printed mine up on something called vellum paper. It's very, very similar to tissue paper. I just discovered that the vellum paper doesn't like moisture, even with a glue stick, which I normally consider a very dry glue, right? It's a glue stick. As far as I know, that's like the driest glue you can use, but it just isn't happy. I wish they would make pre-cut tissue paper. Somebody do that. 8x10 pre-cut tissue paper. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and order some clear stick-on vinyl from Amazon. I think they used to sell this at the Dollar Tree too. Someone tell me down below in the comments. I'm almost positive they did. But this is what you're going to need for this project. And because the vellum paper is really see-through, look at this. All I did was use a little bit of hot glue on the top in the upper corners there just to kind of tack it down because it is wiggling. I mean, the board is slippery. The vellum paper is slippery, and this is just what I did. If you find another way to hold it down, that would work too. But I went ahead and covered it with the contact paper, and now I'm just cutting it off to get shape. And what this does, it allows you to change this image out. So maybe this Halloween, you're going to want to do it with this image, or maybe you're going to want to do this again with a Christmas image and just keep switching it up. When you do it this way, it protects it, because this is going to be outdoors, by the way. It protects it from the elements outside, and it also allows you to easily change out whatever imagery you want on the cutting mat. So I went ahead and, I trimmed around the edge, right? And then I rolled it to make sure it kind of had the curvature that I'm looking for here. I want to kind of curl around this canvas. Oh, I forgot what I was using there for a minute. And I'm just taking a staple gun and I'm stapling in the sides just like this. And I did have to use a little bit of tape to hold it down just so that it wouldn't wiggle. And this is what you end up with. Now grab one of those Dollar Tree push lights and some of this super glue little stick-on tape. The Dollar Tree push lights do come with a sticky backing, but I found they're not strong enough, so I use these double-sided sticky tapes, also from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick that up into the center of the canvas. And you guessed it, we're going to light this baby up. Look at that. Is this not brilliant? Oh my gosh, I love this one. You can put it outside. It's weatherproof. You can change the imagery. It can be so much fun. You can make it for every season. You can make it for indoors. You can make it high end, low end. It's all up to you. Let me know what you think in the comments. How much fun was that, you guys? I love being a kid. The inner child is alive and well. So for this next one, you're going to need to grab the Dollar Tree little pumpkin glass see-through jars and 2 of the Dollar Tree candlestick holders. And luckily, the price tag on the bottom removes really easy. Just use a blow dryer. And now I'm taking some raffia to tie a bow. I'm going to be decorating the candlestick holders here. You could use whatever you want. I'm just going with the raffia because I think it's a fun look for the season. And we're going to be gluing the bow, and right underneath, right there, where the candle would go in, that's where I'm going to put my bow. And I'm going to be trimming it up. Now, I had talked about this in a previous video. I found out if you do need a small stick for this. I tried it with a pencil and I tried it with like a marker and it didn't work. It needs to be something really skinny. You can actually curl your little raffia, and you can even hairspray that helps hold it. Use an ultra hardcore hairspray, you guys. A hard hold, the mega hold. And now I'm taking the Dollar Tree little sparkly flowers, which, by the way, I discovered if you take the bottom off of them, they start to fall apart. So I had to glue each layer together. Again, note to self, Might want to leave, if you're going to use these roses, make sure you're prepared to glue them all together when you cut the bottom off. And then I just glued it on the candle. And I always mention that I am using Surebond or hot glue. It does advertise it's for metal and glass, and I have had good luck with it holding. I mean, I'm not going to be rough with this. If you want a more permanent hold, definitely go for the E6000 or super glue. But for me, this is a decor piece. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to enjoy it for this season. And now I'm taking some of the Dollar Tree little black tea lights. I'm going to put them in the middle there, and I'm going to grab some of these Dollar Tree witch hats right here. And I tried to cut them with scissors, by the way. They're kind of tough. So I had to grab my metal snippers. I love these. I use them for more than metal. And there we go. We're going to cut these off. I do have that great saw too that I could use, but you can use metal snippers or whatever you have. You could break them off too, but they're tough. And that's it, you guys. Look at how nice these are. This would make a great entryway thing, or for your dining room table, or a shelf sitter, all of the above and everything else. Love these. Let me know what you think. Okay, how many of you have a great sense of humor? Here's your free printable today. If you can't, again, download it, just take a screenshot off your screen. We're going to be doing these little faces here, and you're going to need 3 of the Dollar Tree pumpkins for this. There's that red sticker. I think that must have cost me $1.50. Still a great deal. The evil red sticker. It's still a great deal though. And we're going to take off the cloth fabric, and you're going to be left with this foam pumpkin right here. So this is so much fun, you guys. Oh my gosh. All I did was go online and look for goofy faces. And then they were men. This guy's smashing his face up against glass. The other guy's making a weird face. So fun. And then I just cut them out, and we're going to give these little pumpkins here a personality. So I'm using some Mod Podge, and I did spray these with a little bit of water, and I did find that I did need to cut, because there's a lot of curvature right in the pumpkin from the grooves. I did need to cut the edges there. You can see it right there. Watch how this changes everything too. As soon as you give it a slit, it just lays nice and easy down into the groove. So don't panic. Just do little slits around your images. And also, you could look for a flatter pumpkin to do this craft. Another option too, and I actually considered doing this, is carving like a circle or a hole into the pumpkin and then making the surface flat and putting them kind of recessed. I mean, there's all kinds of options here, but I just decided to keep the grooves and use some Mod Podge and stick them all down. And I did cover their faces with Mod Podge as well, because these are paper and I didn't want them to tear. And don't worry, your ink is going to get a little bit, like mine turned a little greenish, black and white, I guess, but I liked it even more. It looked aged. Look at that. It looks like a black and white. I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh my gosh. My daughter-in-law saw these and she's like, that reminds me of Disneyland, the Haunted Mansion ride. It is definitely a Disney Halloween right here. If you guys love Disney, this is the one for you. Went ahead and put some Spanish moss down on the top. That's kind of like their crazy hair, I guess. And I'm going to glue the stem back in. And we're using some of the black leaves that come from the Dollar Tree Halloween florals. They're like purple and black flowers, or roses. They're purple and black roses that you find at Dollar Tree. And these are the leaves. And then just for a pop of color, because it is Halloween, I took some of the Dollar Tree berries and I just cut them, and they're like on wires. So all you have to do is push them down the pumpkin. You don't need to glue them at all. And that's it. Just added 2 of the bright colored beads. And you have one of the funniest, great conversational piece. And again, Disney vibe here definitely going on. And if you have a sense of humor, it's a great Halloween DIY for kids, for your grandkids, for yourself. If you're like me, where the inner child is alive and well, you're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Another fun and fast one. In fact, I think this is like way under 5 minutes even, and you're going to need a Dollar Tree garden fence. Now, I heard they did bring in some other fences, and I think it would still work with those. You would just have to choose different pieces from it. But the idea is to kind of dress up these candlestick holders. I love those candlestick holders, by the way. They are so versatile. So this is the part that I am using out of the fence, and I'm just trimming it the best I can. And when you trim the edges off, there's that like ledge or groove. You can see right there, I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it at an angle to graduate it into the rest of the ledge, if that makes sense. I don't want to cut all of it off because I'll be committed, because the entire back has that. You know, when they make the mold, there's like an impression there where it creates the little edge on the back. You can't really remove all of that. It would be too hard, one, and two, it would show too much of white plastic and make it probably crooked and a mess. So you just kind of cut it in a way where it just slopes into it, if that makes sense. And then you use hot glue and you glue these puppies onto your candlestick holders. Oh my gosh, you guys, is this not awesome? Oh, when I thought of this, I was so excited because I thought this totally levels these up for Halloween. I take that back. You could actually level these up all year round, and you could use more parts of the garden fence and make a really intricate design here. The possibilities are endless. You could do it back and front and get really fancy smancy with this. You could add the spooky cloth if you're doing it for Halloween. So many possibilities. I love this idea. And I chose to use a pop of color. You could use a black spider. Dollar Tree's little spiders come in all different colors now, so you could do whatever you want. I just thought it would be fun to actually see the spiders. I put a thumbtack down in the candle to glue it. Again, this is just for this year. It's not meant to be forever. I just want to hold the candles up, and it's working. And I think this is awesome for the amount of time you invest in it. Look at this. How many of you are in love with these Dollar Tree electric candles as much as me? I think they are such a great decor piece. And here's your free printable today. There it is on the screen for you. But those electric candles, when I was, as I work with them more and more, they've coated them with like a wax to make them look like real wax. You can even use your nail to scrape it off. I think it is wax, actually. They're awesome, and they're such a fast, easy way to add a pop of seasonal festive decor in your house, anywhere you want to do it. And after I made that lantern, you guys, I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not? That means I could switch the candles out too. So I did the same method. I am just taking my prints, printing them up on the vellum paper. You could use tissue paper here and the glue stick and Mod Podge them and do that whole thing, but then you're committed. That is the design you'll have on every single fall season, every single Halloween or Christmas or whatever you want to do. And I thought, you know what? I think this is going to look nice. I wasn't sure. Let's try it. And it looks awesome. It really does. In fact, I love the way it came out kind of shiny. And yeah, I don't know how that works, because normally I'm thinking, okay, it should be kind of matte, it's going to be waxy, but in person, making them shiny made them look almost like glass, and it ended up making them look more high end. That was actually a really pleasant surprise. So these are an inspiration for a piece I actually saw online, and they were, oh gosh, I want to say they were like 30 something, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong because I saw them last year, but they definitely were not $1.50 each. And I thought I can do that. And those were orange. So you could easily take Mod Podge with some orange paint and paint your candles orange if you really wanted to dress them up for Halloween. But these are supposed to be the fast 10 or 5 minute DIYs here. And again, look at that. I love these. Let me know what you think. For this one, just go right in your Dollar Tree and grab one of these witch hats. I'm guessing because of the red dot, it was $1.50. I didn't look at my receipt, but this is a super cute idea. And I'm going to be using these Dollar Tree Christmas trees to hold it up while I work with it. You can use whatever you want. You could make a cone out of cardboard. You just need something to hold it up, and you can leave something in the center if you want, but after I decorate this, it ends up staying up on its own. So that's nice to know. And I'm going to take a bunch of Dollar Tree ribbon. I love the Halloween ribbon from Dollar Tree, but it's usually very cartoonish, and I can't think of a lot of things I could use it for. And then I thought, well, you know what? This hat is definitely cartoonish. This is not like a primitive hat or this is a fun, festive, playful, sparkly, cartoonish type hat, right? It's got iridescent silver on it. So I decided to take the Dollar Tree ribbon and make a bunch of different loops, and then just make a big bow out of that ribbon and put it on the side of the hat. Then I just tied some raffia and I put a little knot at the bottom so I could glue the bow on top of that. And I wanted that spray. I love doing that. It makes it look kind of goofy and silly to me. It's like I don't know, I think fireworks. In fact, if I could find some wire with little stars all over it or sparkles, I probably would have better luck during Christmas finding something with like silver sparkly beads or something that sprayed out, but just something to spray out from this hat to make it funny. And I added the sparkly rose, some fall leaves, some of these little foam roses. I'm just literally embellishing it with a bunch of Halloween stuff to make it really, really fun. And then I decide my bow is a little bit too small, so I'm adding some of the orange ribbon, again from the Dollar Tree. It's burlap, and I'm adding that behind the bow. And we're in a Disney theme, you guys, right? I'm thinking cartoonish here, so this is really a fun, fast way to get it done, right? Look at this. I mean, just on the center of your table. And the neat thing is, like I said, you get to take the Christmas tree cone or whatever you're using out. So this could fold flat and be easily stored in a closet. In fact, if this is all you made and just plopped it on your table because you wanted a little bit of the season and you did it just, right around Halloween time, it's fun. You could even add little fairy lights on it. So then I decide that it's a little too heavy on one side. So I take the Dollar Tree hula skirt. You can see what I'm doing there. This is already cut, you guys. So I thought, I love the straw hay, raffia, the whole vibe during the fall season, whether it's Halloween decor or whatever. I just think it looks cool. I love that. So I thought, I'm going to use this and it's going to make a really cute border on this hat. I'm going to kind of make it spray out on the back. So it kind of has like the mix of like a witch hat and a scarecrow hat, all kind of cartoonish and fun. So I just twist that and I glue it. I tie it with some Dollar Tree twine at the end to hold it in a twist, and then I glue it down and I do it on both sides, and you're going to end up with this really neat spray out the back, which I thought, ooh, if that was a real hat that a lady was wearing, you'd have to kind of tie that together. So I just made another bow out of raffia, and I actually added a little stem to make it kind of like a pumpkin with flowers and leaves, and I glued that on the back, and we end up with this really fun cartoonish witch hat. Again, it would make a great centerpiece for a table, easy to store, and we're all done. If you had fun and enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and here's another video that you might enjoy watching next.